Good afternoon, Anna.
Good afternoon, sir.
How are you today?
I'm fine.
Great. So we should better wait for a minute or two for your friends. Did you go to the class last Saturday?
Yes.
Okay. How many students are there totally in your class?
5.
5 students. Great. Is Nyanita still attending?
You mean that?
Yeah, I mean that, yes.
Yes.
Okay. How's the weather out there?
It was raining a while ago.
Raining?
Yes.
Do you have more classes after my class?
We have CRZ's class at about 6 o'clock.
When is it?
6 o'clock.
Okay. So there's just 1 hour recess between classes.
Yes.
All right. Okay. I should screen. Previous week, we learned about some of the grammatical structures, and we will learn. This is the last lesson for this part. Is the verb form. The verb form. So, in previous class, that's 没看书啊?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Just wonder. Last week, he was the only one who shows up in our class.
My Wi-Fi got cut down. My electricity went out. That's why.
I know. The Wi-Fi. So how's the service up there? Oh, but Mika, we were just talking about you. I mean, I was asking him, asking your friend.
Oh.
But not,
okay.
But not, so what operator do you use? Is that operator or fiber?
Fiber. I use the Midel one.
Midel. How's the connection?
It's quite good compared to the others.
Okay. How's the service? Because the services are it takes a long time. This usually happen in many of the providers, ISP provider.
It only take like around 2 or 3 days just to fix it. So I think it's quite good.
Oh, yes. Okay, I'll share the screen, but I was talking. I am just. Where's my? Oh yeah, I saw it. So here.
So this is about verbs and tenses. This is the last one for this part, and later on we're gonna go to writing, like letter writing and other writings. And also I did making CV too, but CV won't be so much fractional one, but at least we will know the structures format. So the verb tenses, how many verb tenses are there, do you know?
Past, present, future.
Yes. Present, future, and past, and also continuous. Let's see the using of tenses. Okay, let's discriminate. Let's differentiate between what tense it is. Let's go to A. According to the Humphrey 1996, small firms respond more rapidly to change. What is the tense here?
Present.
Yes, this is the present tense. And B, currently the students' members are falling. The sides are rising, are falling and are rising.
Present continuous.
Yes, this is present continuous tense.
Continuous.
The summer house prices have increased steadily. Have increased. What has it is, you know?
Past tense.
Yeah.
No.
No. Past plus verb 3 is present perfect tense. Present perfect tense. And this one, in the last 3 years, most students have been working part-time. So have been working is present perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous tense. This one, 2 years ago, the island opened its third airport. So opened clearly verb 2, so past tense, yes. During the winter, she was studying. Was studying.
Past continuous.
Past continuous, and this one, the report was published in June. It showed that in 2009, profits had increased by 55%. Had increased. This is past perfect. This one is present perfect. This is past perfect. And the forecast concludes that infection rates will peak. Will peak is?
Future.
Future, yes. So I will just brief a little bit about it. So for a general rule, we use simple present tense. And for the current situation, probably we use present continuous. Admissible for ing. The format is admissible for ing. For recent and finished event, we use present perfect tense. But plus, if we would like to tell about the experience, we use present perfect tense. And for present perfect continuous tense, we use it for recent actions, but whichever six that continue for a long time. Present perfect continuous tense. It means, for example, I have been teaching English for 5 years. So this is present perfect continuous tense. You guys have been learning the higher diploma course for 2 years like that. So we use this one, present perfect continuous one, for the action. That also talk about the thing that we have been doing from the past till now. And simple past, it is simple, very simple, right? This is path 2, and we use for the things that is finished in the past. Past continuous is also about the finish, that like past continuous is present continuous and past continuous. It is finished, but this is the action by the time we continuously do. I think that was wrong. That was wrong. We emphasis on the action. Action which we're doing in the past time. The virus and trade protection always see. I think I should better close it. Yeah, we'll do it later. Yesterday, my window, I don't know what happened to it. Needs activation, so I just download the crack version and I activate my window. And I closed the firewalls and everything first time because I couldn't download if the crack version is with the full security set. So I close it and I activate it, and later on I open it again, and now the virus and tray is always shows off that notification. I have to close it. Okay, past continuous, emphasis on the action which we're doing in the past moment. And for the past perfect, present perfect, past perfect, this is previous past period. But previous past period means, it is the action we have done in the past. By the time we are talking right now, we are referring to the past, but the action has already finished at the time. For example, yesterday I had finished my dinner before you come, like that, before you came. And will plus future. Oh no, will plus, but in fact, this is step 1. This is a will future. It's about prediction. If we use will, it is not 100% for sure. Maybe it is just at 50%, and we are talking, but we're not sure for it. Maybe, for example, if I use, I will go outside after this class. So if I use will, I'm not very sure. And if I use I am going to, yes, I'm sure that I've already decided it like that. Okay, so I think that's enough explanation. Can you guess the answer? 1 through I. You don't need to write down. You just think what times will it be? Home ownership rise steadily since 1950. Since that time, okay, we don't say what taxes Okay, what we have to fill in this blank? So since 1950 until now, it means, right? Because we don't have the endpoint here, so we should say ownership has risen. Is it all right with you guys?
Yes.
Okay, B. DIY stand for do it yourself. So in this condition, we don't need to think about the tenses, right? It is straight present, simple present. But DIY is just only one word, so we have to say stands for. How about C? Last year,
They sold.
yes, so this is talking about the last
So
nearly 5 million books, yes. This one, by the time he died in 1987, he blanked over 50 patents.
Had taken out. He had taken out.
had
Yes,
taken out.
yes, you're right, had taken out. In 10 years, most people in the world blank a mobile phone. In 10 years.
Would have had, or like, will have.
Yes, will have is right. And at the moment, the class blank on an engineering project
Is working on.
is working on this one. The professor blank lecture when the output happened.
Was given.
Happened. Huh? When the output happened, the time is expressed exactly. So it should be past tense. Oh no, was given, yeah. The action was given a lecture when the output happened, yes. And H. The 1965 dispute Sakamoto's theory.
Disputed.
Yes, simple past tense. In the last 6 years, the inflation sharply in Europe.
In the last one. Fell.
Fell. Yes, I think fell is not correct.
Fall.
Because this is for during those years, right? So we should probably say past perfect tense or past perfect continuous tense because this is the action that was happening at the time for a long time, right? So it should be had fallen or had been falling would be more suitable. So I skip this part. I think it's gonna be all right with you guys. While writing the paragraph, it's important to clear the time phrases and study the following paragraph. What else we need to do? We don't need to do this one. Let's see this one. Read the text below and select the most suitable times for the above in the bracket, considering the time and phrase in the board. You guys okay to try this one? A to K?
Yes.
Okay. Let's do this one. This is just like the previous lesson. We make together. So you decided on the tenses and just write it out. Okay, you guys have decided yet? But why letter B has answer is being, is that, I think that this is supposed to be the main buff for the sentence, right?
Was?
B.
Yeah, B is was.
Was. Okay. Yeah, if it is
Oh.
was, correct.
Or do we are supposed to write it down?
No, it's fine if you. Okay, let's check the answer together. That would be better. Mika, if you didn't catch it, it's fine.
Oh.
Okay, this is
Okay.
out and this is was. What else? Belgium agreed the citation of the European higher area. Yes. Read is correct. This belongs the students to take the credits they have any gain. Allowed. E. It seems that many government currently blank support. So it is about currently. So is supporting. It should be supporting, or not.
Okay.
If next one is, let me check. The process as a method of reforming their university, which blank strong competition from America. A process as a method of, it is also supposed to be facing. Which are facing strong competition from America. This is just one process, which is facing. Okay. Nice. The international league tables continue to be dominated by the Ivy University, which blank much higher comes from the European institution. So be dominated. The tables continue, so it should be half. Yes. And H twice much ought to be had. The US is France. But in the future, the Bologna Prizes give university, so this should be will give. And because this is about the future, correct? And J, which make them more competitive, which will make them more competitive where they are. And then be better founded and more independent. Yes. Okay. So this is the answer. Let's go to part 4. This is the letter things. Also, I won't explain you guys because it's already you guys already know, the process of the letter and the components. But in order to warm up your memories, I want you guys to read a little bit about it. Okay, so the features here are the features of the letters we have to put in a formal letter. Okay, just like this one. So you study page number 249 and 250. Okay, for 5 minutes. Have you guys finished? Finished reading it?
Yes.
All right. So let's do the exercise this time. So you have already read this one, right? So this is about the applying the application. So this is the reply letter you have to do. The address is already given. You will attend the interview on the date given. You would like to have the interview 1 hour later due to the train times. So please write a letter about this. This is gonna be short one, like 2 or 3 suitable lines. But please mind that your writing should be formal because you are just writing to the school, university. If you are finished, send it to me, please.
Sorry, Chair, my internet connection is really unstable.
Oh, yes. So
Did I miss anything?
no. Oh, you didn't know to you are supposed to write the letter. It's just like 3 lines about that accept you.
Uh, I can hear you, Chair.
So can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
We're gonna do practice A. Finish reading this one on page number 250, I guess. 250. You have to write the reply letter for it. Have you read this one? Hello, Mika. Have you read this one? Ninka? Can you hear? Have you read this letter on page number 250?
I only heard last parts.
Okay.
Yes, I have read it.
Then you have to do this one. This is the reply letter. Okay. Write the reply for the former letter.
Sorry.
I text you. You see it?
Oh,
Okay.
so
So this is write this. You have to do write this A.
okay.
Minka, are you okay to write down? Are you writing now?
Yes, I'm ready now.
Yes, just 2 or 3 lines, all right. But now, do you see what I fixed your writing?
Oh, yes.
Okay. But now, if you have finished, right? So please read 252 later on.
Okay. Yeah, I've read it.
Okay, you've read it. Okay, so you read, you do exercise B, please. Read the following and decide who sender and recipient might be. Would Rachel expect a reply? Oh, okay, so we don't need to write down for this one. Let's read it. Minkan, so you read this one together with. I mean, not read aloud. Just read in your mind.
Practice B.
Yes, yes. Right. 253.
Okay.
No need to read aloud. Read it in your mind. Read the following and decide who's the standard and receive
Okay.
with the Rachel expect a reply. Hello, Dr. Hoffman. I'm afraid I can't attend your accounting methods class this week as I have to go for a job interview then. Okay. However, I will be there next Tuesday when I'm given my paper attached as requested. See you then, Rachel. So we use hello here because this is after they have met outside and they became familiar than before. That's why they use hello. So for those who haven't seen you and the person who will receive the mail is not familiar each other, and we should better use the with the name. Okay. So the point is here. If you know the recipient, you use hi or hello. If you haven't met the recipient, and you should better use dear. If you email to a large group, maybe a school project or something like that, you say hi everyone, hello all, that is all right, because this is just like the age of yours and they are attending the same class with you. So we can close our email by regards, best wishes, or best regards. Usually we use best regards. And what else? Okay, common contractions and idiomatic language, but the normal rules for punctuation should be followed. Okay, in email writing, we can use contractions, but we have to use the punctuation. We have to follow the rules of punctuation, like doing putting full stop at the end of the sentence, or always write the capital letter at the start of the sentence, and other more. You have to follow it. Okay, this one. So the sender and receiver might be, who is the sender? That's very clear, right, Rachel? And who is the recipient will be Dr. Hoffman. Would Rachel expect a reply? Does the letter need a reply? How do you think?
I don't think so.
Yes. So we don't need to do the replying for this letter. Okay, let's go to Brighter C. Write the suitable mails for the following situation. You're writing to mark a college at work. A college, so it's a co-worker with you. And to ask him to suggest a time to meet you tomorrow. Next one is write to your teacher to ask or recommend another book for your current essay. C, write a group class by asking them how they want to celebrate the end of the course. D is write an email response to one below, whichever has both. So for A to D, you just choose one of them and please write the letter for this, email for this. Guys, you don't need to write for every situation. Just only choose one of them and do it. Oh, you guys. Okay, we're not wrote that into the letter. That's great because talking writing to his college, right? Is that
Yeah.
college?
Yeah.
Okay, Minka writing his formal letter because he's writing to his teacher. Okay, great. Let me check a little bit about that. Yeah, line coming. Cafe down street of his route. Okay, let me know. However, I would like to great copy writing out 研究嚟 writing out 研究嚟而家 final coup premium 有我们现在反应些呢 writing 研究啊意思了就查理我迷里呗 writing CV What how does this pronounce
Resume.
Yes, resume. So we call this is CV, a CV or resume. So it is the summary of the, I always cross the words. It is the summary of our education and work experience when we applied for a job. For the fresh graduates, we literally don't have work experience, right? Maybe even if we have a work experience, it's gonna be a part-time job or which are not so much related to our professional ones. But anyway, if you have those kinds of situation, you can also put in your work under the title of work experience, or else you can tell the things that maybe the company that you go there as an internship program or something like that. You apply there as an internship program. You can mention in your CV. So let's learn about little bit about content of CV. So you read it first of all about this one. The content. What are the So a CV is a personal statement over which you have complete control. When you apply for a job, your CV will probably be one of the dozens seen by the HR department. So in order to impress, it should be a clear, accurate, well presented as possible. CV that contain the relevant material are badly organized and includes spelling mistake may well cause the sender to get rejected. So badly organized, irrelevant materials, just like the photo showing of your maybe the whole the background is not good or something like that. Maybe that photo should be better format ones. No, if you just with a funny face, or we shouldn't do this one. These are irrelevant material. But here, in fact, in Myanmar, we mention the gender, because according to the gender, we have different applications. I mean, according to the genders, we have different kinds of jobs, right? So some people, they just say male, female. Some people, they just say only female or only male according to the job requirements. So in Myanmar, we need to give gender and so date of birth, because there is the age limitation in Myanmar. And marital status too. Are you a single or married? We have to say. And the maximally your CV should be just 2 size, so 2 pages, not more than 2 pages. A detail should be related to the particular job you are applying for. So job details should be relevant one. If I'm applying for a teacher job, and I was talking about what I managed in my previous work as a software how can I say, qualifier. So it is not relevant one, right? So we need to show the relevant experience with the job that you are applying for, and avoid cliche claims and team worker, self-starter. You shouldn't say these words. and information such as education detail is normally presented as a reverse chronological order. So this one, education detail is presented in reverse chronological order. Reverse chronological order here means, you shouldn't start with the high school. You have to start with your university degree, okay? University degree and go to maybe diploma. This is reverse chronological order. You go to, because we firstly mention in education detail, we firstly mention the last update educational status in our CV first. Okay, then we go to the previous ones. And next is your early education hobbies are irrelevant. So you don't need to talk about the details of early education, okay? So you have to mention the early education, just like diploma, what you had it, but you shouldn't express in detail so much about it. Okay, so we will do practice in next week, but well, we need 10 minutes more, right? So we'll just do speaking practice this time. I have questions. Okay, so we are talking about the university applying the applications and writing CV. And you guys are also kind of a college student. So what I have questions related to those things. But not so why do you think people go to university? What do you think? How do you think people go to university?
People go there just to get the degree, and so that like they can apply for much better jobs. Yeah.
To get a better job?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's all about our future career.
Yeah.
Okay. Mika?
I think to get better career or like better life.
Better life. You have better life. Okay. Then this question will start with one again. Is it necessary to do the further education after high school these days? And what other options are there besides going further education? You can take a little time and answer. Do you get the question right?
Yes. Yes. I think I'm not sure about the students in Myanmar, but most students from like the US or something like that, they will just finish high school and they will work at their own business firms or something like that. Or they will even like take a year out, a year
Yes.
or 2 year out, just to focus on their other abilities to continue with life.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think higher education is quite necessary these days because there are like so many different people who are at a really high level of education and who just have these jobs.
Yes.
So and like
Such as?
such as say in Myanmar, for example, we already have like lots of people who are like educated with certain subjects and they just at the top of the business chain.
Yeah.
And like us, the newcomers, we don't have a place to work there
Mm-hmm.
because like there are like so many people as well. So
Yeah.
due to like the population, um, I think most of us have to do like basic jobs. No offense to you, Bishop, but I think we might have to teach.
Yes.
and we might have to do many other basic jobs just for the sake of living.
Okay. Get it. So apart from besides education, there are options
Yeah.
to have own business or something like that. Okay. Minka, what do you think of it? Is it necessary to do the further education after high school has finished? And the other
I don't think it really necessary because yes, I don't think it is necessary.
you don't think it's
It
necessary?
does necessary. It is necessary, but not much as like it really does.
Is there other option besides education? I mean, maybe we don't talk about general workers. We will talk about some it's like a kind of a career we can do. Besides maybe education, we can do other career, professional career.
Uh, uh, can you repeat it again? I didn't hear it.
Yes, yes. So you say that we need further education, right? Yes.
Yes.
And are there other options besides further
Like doing.
have you ever heard of somebody who is rich but he doesn't finish his education or something?
Yes. I have seen a lot of people with that.
So yeah, in my opinion, I think besides education there are options, but we need to do it continuously, just like what I said. We need to learn. We need to learn in order to promote our knowledge and something that maybe we can stop our education, maybe academic education, right? But that's very challenging. In fact, to be a boss that has lots of skills, only we should have the management skills and other communication skills, and also should be the person who always learn what's happening in the current situation, something like that. So if you're very boring to do these things, and you should better choose to make the further education option. Okay, next question. Next question is uh so how do you choose how can I say, how do you choose the classes to take in your college? Do you have option to maybe to
No.
choose this, that, or something like that? No?
But like a teacher, like
Yeah, but you can choose the school, right?
yes, yes.
Or the major. Yes.
So a teacher from GIC told me that I can choose business or information technology.
Yes.
So I chose information technology. So I'm here right now.
Yes. I know. I get it.
Um, and what was the other part of the question?
Okay. Minka, how about you?
What? What? What?
So
What did
my
you say?
question is, my question is, how did you choose? How did you choose this classes? I mean, you choose this IT classes, right? You have option. There are lots of colleges here in Yangon. guess you were learning OTHM, right? Why did you use to learn OTHM? And I
Because I'm interested. Because I am interested in software like IT.
are you interested in it?
IT software like that. Uh, uh, uh,
Just one last question. Does being highly educated mean someone is a good person? Does being highly educated mean someone is a good person?
Maybe not like highly educated, but like if a person is wise, sure,
Yes.
they might be a nice guy, but like there are like so many people who are very educated and they don't think about anyone else. They just think about themselves,
Yes.
praising themselves. They have such an enormous ego, which
Yes.
which basically push everyone from their lives.
Mhm.
And but
So
like, yeah,
we cannot take as if even if they are highly educated, maybe it might or might not mean that someone is a good person or nice one.
yeah.
Okay. This is the last question. The last question is different from. Okay. Okay. So Minka, some people
yes.
return to university after they retire. For example, they stop the university learning for a while, and then they just go to the work and they take an experience or something like that, maybe for some situation. And they go back to the university later on. So do you like such kind of situation, or do you better continue as your education at first? Do you get my question? Do you get my question?
No. Wait.
Okay, some
I
people
will.
return to university after they retired. You know, they stop. They were doing something like maybe work or professional, but later on they go back to university to learn something that they want. Okay, this is the first person, and next person is they continuously learning the education at first, and they just go straight to work after that. Which one do you like? Which one do you prefer?
Uh, I prefer second ones.
Okay, you prefer the second one. Okay, you're doing so like that too, right? You're doing so. Okay, guys, thank you very much for coming today and learning the lesson with me. So it's time to say goodbye for today.
Bye
Bye-bye.
bye. Bye bye.
Goodbye. Sure. Bye.